What's going on, everybody? Rob here. So today I'm trying to set a little bit stuff up for the chicken coop. This apple tree got to come down. Two reasons. I hate to take it down because it fertilizes the front one, but I got an L shape going here for my septic, so this is in the way. So off of the corners of this, my run is just going to be straight out that way, about 8 feet. So this is maybe 6 feet in diameter, so it's going to be 8 feet that way and to the roof of this. So this pile right here is all just getting chucked over the fence, because it's easier for me to burn on that side of the fence than burn on this side of the fence. There's going to be corn here, there's going to be plants over there, and I still got to get through to cut all this out. The good news is with all these cinder blocks, when I put my wire in the ground and everything over there for the chicken coop, all that concrete is either going to be thrown below the wire or on top of the wire as I'm lining it and surrounded for the chicken coop, so no critters can crawl through. So if you're wondering why I got a machete with me, let's go find out. So if you remember, all that was completely overgrown. So I got a lot of that cleaned up and a lot of that cut down. And then, so look how beautiful this looks. I maintained all that. See that? That's what this looked like, right? So there's down trees over here. See, there's 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. So I got measuring tape because I'm going to measure 8 feet and hit it with the axe, so I can come with my chainsaw and take 8 feet of these bottom posts. Then if I find 1 more or 3 more, I could use these for my chicken coop. It got to be 8 feet because 2 feet is going to be underground. This is 8 feet right here. So I'm going to look for some more and just put my 8-foot measurements, and then so from there to there I could get another post. But I'm going to have to cut all these little things down to get my other 8-foot post. Alright, now I have to bring out good old Vevor. I used the hatchet and I marked down 8 feet on all these posts, but I'm going to be able to get 2 posts out of this one right here. I just got to cut down the sides, probably 1 post out of here because that's crooked. Maybe I could get a roofing one, and then this right here is just 1 8-foot post. So I'll be looking around the property for some more of these. Now before I put them in the ground, I got to burn the bottom 2 feet to protect it from the moisture. One more. so I'm probably gonna get a nice 8-foot piece of lumber out of this one. I'm measuring a little bit over 8 feet, give or take. Then after I cut that one down right there, I might be able to get a middle board out of it right here, and a middle board out of that one right there. So I'm gonna have to cut this one down, hack these off, pull it down, measure, cut those off and pull that down, measure, and get that. So I may be able to get all my corner posts out of this right here. Looking pretty good. Gotta go this way, get the sunlight in me. So all these got to be burned on the bottom about 2 feet with a propane torch. All those got to be burned at the bottom about 2 feet and burned at the top about 2 feet, so water don't get in between them. And then when I dig them, they're gonna be 2 feet deep. Each one of them are gonna be 2 feet deep, so they're gonna sit 6 feet high. And then in between them, I'm gonna screw in 2x4s because it's only 6 feet, maybe 2x6s, to link them all the way that way and to link them in a square across the top and the bottom. So instead of getting some 6x6s or 4x4s, I was able to use these, which is cleaning the hole back up here anyways. There's a lot of stumps back there. That's perfect right here. I got to put my dead hedge across the end, is because this is not my alley, but I maintain the alley. It's the city's alley, but the other property north of here is my north property. So I blocked that off so my grandkids could play on the side. And then if I got to move it down the road, I'll move it down the road. But I want the security that nobody's going to be able to get in through this side. All right, so there's one more tree that's pretty straight. So that next tree is coming down right there. And I could get 2 8-foot pieces off of that tree right there. When I need more, there's more. Although, like I said, 4x4 is expensive, wood's expensive. I'm doing this chicken coop on a budget. And I watch Homestead Rescue. All right, I could get 2 more boards out of that, and this was probably gonna be for sure one of the corner posts. See how thick that is? That's gonna be a corner post. Then I could get 2 more boards out of that 8 foot, and then that's enough. And then the area looks cleared. So what I'm gonna do with the chainsaw is, even though there's a lot of stumps out of here, I'm gonna cut down, since I'm here, all the brushy stuff right here to make it easier to when I'm maintaining it, because I cut the, dang, it is windy. So the Vevor, I'm telling you, that Vevor been hanging in there for me. I'm gonna actually tag it in this video. If you purchase anything, it's easy. It makes it easier for me with the Homestead. But so those are gonna be my support beams, my up and downs for the chicken coop. So I gotta get in the light because this is a GoPro. It needs as much light as it can get. So my next thing is gonna be clearing this whole area out. I got weeks. But all this, really, I'm chucking over the fence over there, because that's the, I have a little burn barrel here. But just burning that in a burn pit is so much easier than the burn barrel. And then I don't know if I'm going off of the side or the front. Probably the side, where I'm going to dig in underground right here. I'm going to do my 4 corners first. My 4 corners. And then even in the middle of there, since I got enough, I'm going to put 1 in the middle. So this is about 6 feet. So there's going to be about 1 in 3 feet. Like every 3 feet, I'm going to have one of those dug 2 feet in the ground. And then I sourced, like I found the garbage, picked whatever, a bunch of wire that's going to be dug underground the 2 feet. Like I'm going to dig a trench, or maybe a foot trench all the way around, and then there's going to be wire in the shape of the L going up. So it's coming along. So with the roof, I'm going to cut all of them at the same height, all of them at the same, no, the ones probably facing this way, since there's going to be a gap between here. I want to be able to walk here between here to maintain that and that. So it's going to be pitched that way or pitched this way. So this way, with the snow, we'll be able to come that way or that way probably. I don't want the snow coming this way. Eventually, I'm going to put the egg things right here to be able to grab the eggs from right here. So the wire is going to be going that way. I'm going to be able to get the eggs from right here. And eventually, I would like to put a greenhouse attached to that, so the warmth of the chickens can eat my greenhouse. All right, time to head to the other side. I got some 4th wall t-shirts down below. You go ahead and purchase some of those. It really helps me out, because anything I make for my YouTube, it's able for me to help and maintain this homestead. And we're probably going to split some wood today. Talk to you later. Subscribe, like, and share.